Golden State just pounded LA 115-98. What was your explanation for the cold shooting night from several of the stars in this game?
Well, first of all, I think that defensively, the Warriors did a much better job than the Clippers, and the Warriors are engaged defensively, and the Clippers don't play smart on the offensive end. You're going to get a result like that. When you want to beat the Warriors, you have to be disciplined in a couple of areas. Number one, you have to be disciplined with tempo control. And although the Clippers didn't do a bad job of that, they turned the ball over way too much. And if you turn the ball over against the Warriors, forget it. It's over because they're going to get you going the other way. You combine that with the fact that the Clippers' transition defense was flat out shoddy. You can't jog back on defense. You have to sprint back on defense. And it's not just enough against the Warriors to sprint back on defense. You have to find a man. And they did not find guys last night. The Clippers were just lazy in transition D. The other thing is just the Warriors did a great job taking J.J. Redick out of the game. And that makes it hard for the Clippers offensively. You combine that with Blake Griffin having more turnovers than made shots. Turned the ball over 7 times, only was 5 of 20 from the field. They run so much half-court offense through Griffin out high. If he turns the ball over at that volume, it's a real problem for the Clippers. It keeps them from doing anything offensively. And I do think that next time they play the Warriors, Doc Rivers may have to go back to the drawing board and focus more on Blake Griffin in the low post instead of Blake Griffin in the high post. Because the one thing I thought the Clippers lacked against the Warriors last night was attacking that rim where the Warriors are weak. The Warriors played a very good perimeter defensive game. As I said earlier, J.J. Redick got taken out of the game. But for the Warriors, they focused on their transition game. And I liked a night like last night where the shots weren't falling for everybody, didn't necessarily matter. They attacked the rim. They passed better than any team in the league. The Warriors essentially showed last night, we don't have to shoot it great to beat you up because we will do it on defense. We will do it in transition. So to me, a statement type of win for the Golden State Warriors last night. And as good as the Clippers have looked up till now, they have a very long way to go to be able to compete with the Golden State Warriors in a playoff series.
Have they looked that good, though? Because earlier on, they were looking okay, or they were looking pretty dominant. They've lost 5 of their last 7, though. What's behind this, mini skid that they have going on?
Well, I think part of what has hit them, Alexa, and we can go back to a week ago Monday night after a double overtime loss to the Nets in Brooklyn, where DeAndre Jordan took his teammates to task on thinking they're better than they are. And certainly that attitude kind of permeated the team last night as well. They felt like all they had to do was walk on the floor, and they were in the Warriors' class. One of those wins in the 5 out of 7 losses was a blowout win in Cleveland against the Cavs. So we know who the Clippers can be at times. But the problem is for them is mental toughness, sustaining who they can be at times. And they just kind of let down in certain spots. Last night was kind of a bizarre spot to let down. And I almost think that the blowout in Cleveland against the Cavs team that didn't really have a lot of energy or intensity was almost fool's gold for the Clippers because they believe because of that win, they belonged on the floor with the Warriors. When it comes to the Golden State Warriors, you got to earn it. Rubber's got to meet the road. And the Clippers just didn't have that mentality last night. And I don't think the problems for them are as much who they are and what they have on the floor as much as these are mental issues for them in terms of intensity and maintaining focus and doing the things they're supposed to do that make them a good team. This is a team that's collective ego tends to roll out of control at times, and that hurts them because it undermines effort when they need tremendous effort to continue to sustain the pace they started the season earlier with.